fix my settings. But also, this. I'm gonna assume you could see the shared screen. Okay, I don't think you can see the shared screen, so let me go ahead and add it to stage like that. And yeah, apparently she got knocked out by a man.
Yep. Oh!
But she also knows it's never gonna happen. Aside from that, too, she thanked me because I knocked out the dude that had knocked her out in sparring. I knocked him out in my 11th fight. And then I brought up the story of when I first met her, and she got defensive. And it's divided for a reason.
Rick, I got dropped. I didn't get knocked out.
No.
You know, from the footage that people be posting, oh, I got dropped and I was laying there. One, I've probably never been hit that hard with like a bare knuckle before, and that's what happened. But as I got back up, I sparred another guy.
What you mean a bare knuckle? You had on gloves. Why she lying?
Just because I'm a woman sparring against some man, and then it happened one time, it didn't deter me from sparring other men. That happened when I was going for my second world title.
The boxing world was stirred into controversy when Rolando Romero allegedly leaked footage claiming to show Claressa Shields being knocked out during a sparring session with a male partner. The alleged footage was released after Shields called out Romero, claiming she could defeat him.
If they did coke before we fought, I don't care what you're talking about.
Why is she calling him out knowing she thanked him already for knocking somebody out who knocked her out?
You, my ass is not, listen, you know, I don't think there's a lot of men that can beat me.
Shit, I'm with you.
No, you're not.
Justin LeBoy has no idea what he's talking about in most of things in life, especially fighting. So I don't know why we're taking his opinion, but let's see what Claressa got to say.
Because when you was interviewing Shakur,
I'm with you. No, I was talking about shit. Now I'm just saying.
What you saying?
Let me ask you a question. Is there a male champion, regardless of weight?
Yep.
That you believe you can?
I beat Rolly. He's a world champion. Rolly Ramirez. Do you agree or disagree? Speaking out, hold your peace.
I agree. I'm with you.
He is a bitch.
You watch boxing? Have you ever seen Rolly fight?
I did watch him fight.
Romero reportedly shared sparring footage of Claressa Shields in which she was dropped by a young boxer. Shields responded defensively, claiming that she will destroy Raleigh in no time as he lacks both power and refined boxing skills.
I can go where Rolly's at and beat that. Rolly can't box nothing like me. It don't matter about no power. You don't have no skill. So next time Rolly come to my inbox, just know, yeah, I'm really about that. And I will show up where you at and show you what's up. He like, oh, you're not better than me and I'm not better than you. I'm just telling you that all of the greats have been dropped. I got a video of all your favorite fighters getting dropped. Rolly, congratulations. You got knocked out. Shut up. Shut up. You got knocked out in
Never let a broad talk to me like this.
a real fight. Foreign. You got knocked out for real. So hush your mouth. Shakur beat your ass. Ryan beat you up. Tiafimo beat you up. Devin Haney walk you. Everybody like, who is Rolly? The dude who Tank knocked out. And when I see Rolly, I want you to keep that same energy you have over that internet.
Why do I feel like this is the only way she stays relevant, really, in the boxing community?
All I want.
However, the alleged footage has raised doubts about Shields' bold claim that she could beat any male athlete.
Do you think there are professional men out there that you could beat in a boxing match?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm a two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed champion. I think people get it kind of, they always say, oh, you know, a woman can't beat a man. I spar with men. And I mean, I drop men. I bust men nose. I beat men up all the time. You know what? Power for power.
Those men could be scrubs.
Isn't a question, because what is boxing? Boxing is a sweet science. It's not about strength. You know, it's not about strength, because people were saying Christina Hammer was stronger than me. They were saying all these girls were stronger than me, but did you not see the head movement that I had during the fight? See the defense, the offense, the traps I set. If I was to get in there with a man, I would do a lot more of that. And I do have some power. I'm not going to say I'm stronger than them, but if I set up the right shot with the right timing.
Shields defended herself by stating she was not knocked out, but only dropped during a sparring session, which she said is common in boxing.
I saw her sparring with men, and one of the men dropped you, I'm like, oh, they not taking it easy on her. Like, she really in there banging with him.
Well, I love that you brought that.
It doesn't automatically mean that.
Right? And I'm gonna speak.
I don't know why these guys feel like they have the know-how to even commentate on boxing.
On this briefly. Out of 19 years out of my whole boxing time boxing, I've been dropped twice. Both in a week of each other. First week was by that guy who you talking about, who gloves was worn and he barely had no padding in them. Right? And then the next week when I fought my world championship fight against Hannah Gabriels. Those are the only 2 times in my career where I was dropped. Ever. So now that we're speaking about that, this dude that I sparred was a nobody, right? And everybody's somebody, but he was a nobody. I already had pieced him up the week before, and I hate that people think and then so you said it correct. I got dropped. I didn't get knocked out.
Nah.
Shields has hit back at critics of the leaked sparring clip by claiming the male boxer who dropped her had removed the padding from his gloves, making them closer to bare knuckle and unfairly dangerous. A point she says contributed to
She pulling Deontay Wilder for a sparring session.
The knockdown and isn't representative of typical sparring conditions.
That he said that I go up to the guy myself and I grab his gloves and I'm like, what the hell? It's literally nothing in them. It's like worn gloves. It's literally no padding. So now me as a fighter who's been doing this all my life, I done sparred against the biggest and the heaviest men you can think about.
No, you haven't. Stop.
I've never been dropped, wobbled, or none. So now to get dropped like that, it was like something is up, and it was something with his gloves. I don't have to lie about that.
Listen, you don't have to make no excuses. It was a man. You
It don't matter. They be coming for you. No, but it don't matter though, because since the time I was 11 till now I'm 30 years old.
Shields insisted that after being dropped, she got right back up and kept training, even sparring another male fighter for several rounds afterward, reinforcing that the knockdown was just a moment in a routine session.
Who was highly ranked at 140 pounds, 147 pounds. And then when I got out, I sparred the first guy first who dropped me. He dropped me like in the 3rd, 4th round. He got out. I sparred Harold 4 rounds, and then he got in with Harold and sparred Harold.
However, critics rejected Shields' claim about tempered gloves, arguing that her knockdown was due to flaws in her technique, not the equipment. They highlighted that even a smaller male fighter delivers punches with power and impact far beyond what female opponents typically produce.
She claims that his gloves were tempered, right? And that this nonsense, it was ridiculous, right? I was just listening to her. But the fact that the gloves didn't drop you, it's the bad technique of Claressa Shields. When she punched, she hooked with a hooker and dropped the right hand. She always overloads on punches, and she got hit by a man, a smaller man, and got dropped with big gloves. Can you imagine if that same punch would have landed with 8 or 10 ounce gloves by that same smaller man? She would have been out. As it is, she was on the ground for a few seconds, straight on her back with headgear and oversized gloves. Stop with the nonsense. You can't beat a man. So stop trying to emulate, act, and talk like a great man and just be the greatest woman of all time like you say you are, because I think you're great, and in the women's side of things, you are unbelievably great.
Before her exchange with Rolly Romero, Claressa had already made bold claims, calling out Keith Thurman and stating she could defeat Sean Porter and even Gennady Golovkin.
It's weird, like if I was to say like which is the guy I think I could beat up, I think I could beat up Keith Thurman.
Really?
I really do. I think I could beat up Keith Thurman, even though, you know, they like, oh, you know, he beat Sean Porter. I think I could beat Sean Porter too, you know, skill wise and just.
This is where I feel she has brain damage or CTE already.
Strength wise, I think that they may be stronger than me, but their boxing abilities isn't like mine. Triple G, he's older now, but I can give Triple G a run for his money. I give him a run for his money.
Well, you did say you want to fight Keith Thurman, and who was the other person? I forgot.
Recently?
Not recently, but
no.
over
So
years.
look, they asked me questions and I answered them. The question a long time ago was, who is a male fighter I think I could beat in a boxing match? Mm-hmm. I said Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. Mm-hmm. Why? I like their boxing skills. They both big, strong men. I respect both of them. But when I look at how they box and how I'm boxing, I'm like, man, if I can shake and bake and go to the body and do my little stuff, I feel like I'm better skilled than them. Am I stronger than them? No. But, I mean, have I really ever been stronger than a lot of people? It's like, strength is not my thing when it comes to a fight.
Shields has often doubled down on her confidence and belief in her own abilities, even when critics say she's overreaching.
Some of these guys are so intimidated that I'm just so strong and so confident and so great at what I do. They're intimidated that they think like, dang, if I was to fight her, she could probably beat me up. That's intimidating for a man. I don't go around like, oh, I beat up these men. What's up with you, Charlamagne? You want to
That's literally what you do.
fight? You want to fight DJ Envy? What's
Nope,
up?
don't
I
wanna
don't
fight.
walk around like that.
In past interviews, she suggested that male fighters might be intimidated by her strength and defensive skills, and has even challenged detractors to rethink their assumptions about her toughness.
Strength is not my thing when it comes to a fight. Strength is not my thing. It's about skill, precision, and I know how to win. But I got some power too. But no, I'm not trying to knock everybody out. Like I'm a box them, you know what I'm saying, and move around and move my head. Like I'm pretty skilled in all the departments. That's why they call me the female TBE.
Y'all better leave Claressa alone. In
That's
that
a
ring.
fact.
Many boxing fans have reacted skeptically to Shields' outspoken claims that she could beat Rolando Romero in a fight. Critics on social media say she should reconsider her statements, warning that if such a bout ever happened, Romero's power and experience at welterweight would likely give him a decisive advantage.
Hey, look, it's over. It's not going to happen. Claressa, you're not going to win. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. You can be the best female boxer. You can have all the moves in the world. You don't possess the power a man has. If Keith hits her one good time, her emotions are going to take over. She's not going to be boxing anymore. She's going to be swinging all wild because she's upset. I wish some women would help her and explain to her, look, it's not going to happen. Don't you know the strongest female bodybuilder is weaker than the weakest man bodybuilder? Don't hold back. It's over for her. It is over. There's no chance in the world. Claressa,
I think she knows these things. She's just purposely trying to say this for shock value.
time is ticking. If I were you, I would call this fight off because you are going to get steamrolled if this man don't hold back.
Romero described his first encounters with Claressa Shields as unusual and somewhat tense. They first met in 2015 when Shields' boyfriend gave him a ride during the Olympic trials, but tensions flared as Claressa did not like it and kept calling Raleigh weird names, leaving him confused by her behavior.
Where exactly did this come from? Because it feels like it came out of left field. You got the women's heavyweight champion calling for you.
I met Claressa Shields October 26th of 2015. I remember I had just lost. I shut both his dudes' eyes in Memphis, Tennessee, and they're doing the Olympic trials for women right there.
Yeah.
And I yelled at the ref, and they gave the decision to the dude, even though he couldn't fight the next day. Both of his eyes were. It was a complete one-sided fight, to the point where he even said I won, and they didn't want to overturn the decision. He's like, well, I can't even fight the next day, and they're like, just give him the fight, and they didn't want to. I remember I wake up.
I would like to investigate how true that story actually is. I've never heard of an instance like that in a fight game. Yes, there are people who don't want to fight the next day or incapable of fighting the next day because of injuries, but I've never heard anybody be like, just give him the fight, give him the decision.
I wake up late, and I missed the shuttle, because I went to go to venue, and I missed the shuttle, right? And a guy comes up to me, he's like, oh, are you heading to venue? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, we got a car. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah.
Why you sound like you about to cry?
Give you a ride. I'm like, okay. Again, the car. Claressa Shields goes in the car. It was her boyfriend at the time, and he's like, and she's like, why you putting these bums in the car and all that stuff and all? And I'm just like,
whoa, what?
Huh? I'm a bum. I wasn't gonna do anything. I get whatever. I felt weird. I got out the car and I'm like, that was crazy. That was insane. I was like, I could not. I didn't understand why.
Romero emphasized that while he respects Shields as one of the greatest female boxers, he doesn't understand why she repeatedly calls him out. He also noted their genders make a fight between them unrealistic, saying it's mainly a media spectacle rather than a serious possibility.
I don't know why specifically with me. I think, of course, she is the greatest fighter of all time, the greatest female fighter of all time. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or questions about that. But I don't know why she always targets me.
Like, did anything? Did you two run?
So when did she thank you for beating the dude that knocked her out? That had to be after that situation. Then maybe she didn't remember, or is this even true?
Into each other? Anything that all these years later, it's
those were the first two interactions. I remember the exact dates and everything because, well, I remember everything that has happened to me in my life.
Shannon Sharp also weighed in on the Shields versus male fighter debate, arguing that Claressa Shields has never actually defeated a trained male in sparring and suggesting that what happens in training isn't the same as a real professional fight. Sharp emphasized that sparring and official bouts are completely different, pointing out that controlled training sessions don't reflect the intensity, power, and stakes of sanctioned competition, especially across genders. He maintained that while Shields is elite in women's boxing, the physical differences and realities of professional boxing make her claim unlikely in a real fight, even with her confidence and experience.
I got Claressa over Shannon Sharp in a boxing match. Facts. These guys are so misinformed about boxing. Like Marjorie Mayweather says, some people don't know ish about boxing. Since day one, I've been sparring with men. It's a reason I'm running through these women. Yes, you're running through women, Claressa. Claressa, you're not beating a male-trained fighter. If that was the case, you would have fought men. You're not. They're not going to sanction. We're not saying that you're a woman's fighter. You're great. You're the greatest woman's boxer of all time. Yeah.
That's where all that great came from. Topics like this.
I'm just saying what everybody else saying.
She ain't gonna swing.
We're conceding that. Shakur is just upset that I said I'm not paying no money to see him fight. His fight's not interested. So he's mad about that. I don't even want to discuss him. But Claressa, it's not a shot at you.
Gervonta Davis also weighed in on the Shields-Romero discussion, highlighting that many fans underestimate Rolando Romero's punching power. Davis pointed out that despite Romero's relatively lighter frame compared to some heavyweight or welterweight fighters, he possesses immense punching strength and can deliver knockout blows with precision. According to Davis, people often focus on size and overlook technique and raw power, which Romero has in abundance.
People didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was like hard.
You felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
He emphasized that underestimating Romero based on weight alone is a mistake, noting that his speed and timing amplify the impact of his punches.
Not only that, he comes from very awkward angles that actually prove to be effective in his fights.
Remarks reinforce the idea that while Shields is elite in women's boxing, crossing over to face someone like Romero would present serious challenges, not just because of skill, but also because of his natural power and ability to finish fights decisively.
Hopefully for the sake of Rolly, he pull it off, but it's gonna be a good fight. No, you think? Huh? Someone's gonna get knocked out. Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out. I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously, I don't know how to say that, obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught, but Rolly can hit, bro. Like, he can hit. Like, he's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks were going good.
I fundamentally agree with you that Claressa cannot beat Rolly. I mean, Rolly, for all his wackiness, can punch. Like, and even though he is several weight classes lighter than Claressa Shields, you get hit by Rolly, it's different. It's a lot different than getting hit by Lonnie Daniels and Franchon Cruz-Dezurn and all the women that she has fought over the last couple of years. Even if just body shots that someone like Rolly is throwing, it would be it would end badly for Claressa. But you said something to the effect of any man who's a boxer would beat Claressa. Like, you go down the list, like some of those guys that we've seen, Sergio.
At 175, yes. At 175, I say it again. The 200th ranked boxer at 175 will be Claressa Shields because there's a size difference. Yeah. There's strength. There's resistance. Claressa could hit a 175-pound
women actually have higher pain tolerances than men.
Fighter dead in the chin that he's gonna laugh. He's gonna smile and be like, "That's it." but the same can be in return. It's two different sports, women's boxing and men's boxing.
Many fans and commentators have drawn parallels between Claressa Shields and figures like Ronda Rousey, especially when Shields makes bold statements about her abilities beyond women's boxing. After she suggested she could beat top male fighters, critics quickly pushed back, saying that biological differences in strength, speed, and physiology between men and women make such outcomes highly unlikely. Former athletes and pundits have argued that no woman, even someone as accomplished as Shields, could realistically beat an elite male counterpart, citing the innate physical advantages men typically have in combat sports. Shields has responded to such skepticism, insisting she's confident in her skills and willing to challenge conventional limits. Still, the debate underscores ongoing tensions about gender, athleticism, and cross-gender competition in combat sports.
My daughter has rocked men in the gym, but my daughter has been rocked by men in the gym. And I want to get this across to Claressa Shields, to every woman out there. It is very difficult for a man who respects women and respects himself and carries himself as a man to defend himself and get his point across at 10% while a woman's going 100, especially a woman who's skilled, because we're not trying to a woman's ass and put her to sleep, but we're also not trying to get rocked by a woman. So when dude caught her with a left, he probably put 30% on. When my daughter got rocked, my man was literally looking around like, do y'all want me to punch her or not? But they're like, she got to get her work. Dude cleared the space, bam, hit my daughter in her head. She said she never felt nothing like that before. Whoop, whoop. And he barely put mustard on it.
Analysts point out that the man who knocked down Claressa Shields is a relatively small fighter.
Preach that truth.
Both in size and experience, with a professional record of only 6'1". They argue he doesn't belong in the ring with a highly accomplished boxer like Shields, given her status as a two-time Olympic gold medalist and multi-division world champion. Even though he managed to land a knockdown, it doesn't compare to the threat a top-tier world champion like Romero would pose, whose power, skill, and experience would make the challenge far more dangerous and consequential for Shields.
Claressa's been saying she's the GOAT since she won the second gold medal. Like, I was there in Rio when she won the gold medal. I did the interview where she said, I'm the greatest woman of all time. I was right there in that gym.
Because there's separation in strength, in size, in resistance, and being able to take a punch and rehydrating. That it's two separate fields. So you can't move the field goal because you're the greatest at what you do as a woman. You have XX chromosomes. You can't come to this side with XY. XY is stronger than you. They're stronger, they're bigger, they're faster. You might be more polished. You might have more accolades. You might have the aura of this unstoppable,
the delusion,
immovable object as a woman, but not as a man. You will get beat by Rolly Romero, and you will get hospitalized by a guy like Gennady Golovkin, which you called out one time. I can come out of retirement right now at 40, in my mid-40s, and beat a Claressa Shields. You cannot do that, Chris Mannix. You cannot disrespect women's greatness and men's greatness, or not even greatness, just average, because Rolly Romero is average.
Claressa Shields is undoubtedly one of the greatest female boxers of her generation, having become an undisputed champion in multiple weight classes and cementing her legacy with Olympic golds and world titles. However, many fans believe she may have been a bit overconfident when she publicly suggested she could beat a male world champion like Rolando Romero in a hypothetical fight, a scenario most experts and observers see as highly unlikely given the physical and competitive differences between male and female divisions. Critics argue that while Shields' belief in herself is part of her competitive fire, expecting to defeat a seasoned male champion in a sanctioned bout crosses from confidence into unrealistic territory.
There's no woman that could beat a professional boxer. Same way when it comes to MMA. There's no MMA woman, I don't care how great you think.
He is not the most skillful fighter in the world. However, he has a way, as all successful fighters do, of landing his shots. And he's got like stone, it's like he got bricks in his hands, right? He's a heavy-handed guy. And Devin, we have seen you drop before, right? So how, before I even get to you, not to talk about you as though you're not here, how dangerous is this a fight for Devin Haney, a guy who can make it ugly? What do you think about the A side, B side, Doug? We haven't gotten.
I don't think there is an A side, B side. I mean, listen, boxing is show business, and Ryan moves the needle in that way. He knows how to get attention, and I love Devin, but Devin's like me.
Rolly is a lot less a version, but he's a knockoff version of Prince Nassim Ahmed. Prince Nassim Ahmed. If he hit you, you're gonna know you've been hit because he got unusual punching power. They were like, nah, that's a real watered down version. Yeah, it's a watered down version, but then it's watered down as y'all think it is. Because when you get in the ring, you feel that thing with your chin, it's a different thing. So it's watered down, but it's watered down as y'all think it is. You've been in the ring with a lot of people.
Max Kellerman breaks down Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero, calling Romero dangerous, but noting Haney's size and skill advantage should let him outbox Romero.
Rolly is a really dangerous puncher. He is not in your class. Rolly, I keep calling him Rolly.
Rolly. Who cares?
I have something wrong in my brain when it comes to names. Something's missing. But he's not in your class, and you should outbox him. Now, I can picture a situation where second half of the fight, you're way up. He's awkward. He's throwing bricks. And so there are clinches, whoever initiates it, but you guys wind up. And then after the fight, I'm critical. On the other hand, I could also see you like a fight. You're in this situation going, I'm not going to sit on the lead. I'm going to keep, and then he catches you and that's something stupid. So it like puts you in a no-win position.
Exactly. Devin Haney promises to demonstrate his true skills and determination in the upcoming fight against Rolly Romero, showing fans his full ability inside the ring.
And I have fun and I show how good I really am. I think that with a guy like Rolly, I'm able to showcase a lot more in my arsenal. I'm able to bring out a lot more tools and, really open up on him.
Haney explains that Romero's unusual style sets him apart from typical opponents, requiring extra focus and adaptation to successfully navigate his unpredictable movements in the fight.
Are you going to be fighting Rolly? What can you tell us at this moment?
Yeah, I can't say that it's a done deal yet. We're working on it. I think that it's very likely that it will happen. I think that it's a good fight for boxing. He has a very awkward style, and that's what makes it hard for guys to beat him. And that's where we see that Ryan had a lot of trouble with him, just because he just didn't know how to adjust to his awkwardness.
Doe Fisher tells Kellerman that Haney's intelligence and natural skills give him an edge, while Romero's peculiar style makes him a tricky opponent despite Haney's overall superiority.
How dangerous is this a fight for Devin Haney, a guy who can make it ugly?
It's interesting because if you compare Devin with Rolly in terms of natural talent, ring intelligence, skill, technique, everything
different
edges
class
towards Devin. Devin has the advantage. But when you talk about styles, Rolly is unorthodox. Rolly is awkward. And we've seen in the past where an unorthodox fighter,
you're going to bring it up. I know where you're going.
Versus Ricardo Mayorga.
I knew it.
And Sergio Mora.
Doug, you and me. I got it.
Both Mayorga and Mora had unorthodox styles. They didn't work off their jabs. They didn't necessarily move in the right directions. But there's a method to their madness. And they were world-class fighters. And on the best night of their professional careers, they were able to upset an elite boxer.
Romero admits that online trash talk is only for show, emphasizing respect for Haney when meeting personally, showing sportsmanship beyond the hype surrounding their fight.
Who you respect and who you don't respect in the game. Where does Haney rate on, I guess, the Rolly ranking system on, as far as a skilled fighter or a guy you respect on what he does, or does it depend on if he signs the contract for the fight?
Haney on Twitter, there's no respect. Haney in person, he doesn't speak. So I mean, he's just a chill kid. Now Devin Haney on Twitter, because he's a keyboard warrior, he think he's a big tough guy. So on the internet, but then in person, he's just the most quiet person I've ever seen in my life.
Both fighters previously sparred during their prime years, giving them insight into each other's strengths and weaknesses, which could influence strategy in their upcoming unification clash. Roy Jones Jr. warns that despite Haney's skill, Romero's power and unpredictability make this a high-risk fight where serious damage could occur.
Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero. That's they're saying it's almost a done deal. I didn't expect that fight to happen that quick, but it's going to be an interesting fight. You know, we're seeing Rolly a lot. You know, when Rolly started, you know, his career, like we say, oh, he's awkward, like, oh, he's another Ricardo Mayorga, and he's this and he's that. But just look at Rolly's resume recently. I mean, it's not bad at all. And now to face Devin Haney, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. It's just split down the middle right now. Just seeing it. Do you see it as a 50-50 fight, or who do you favor more in that one?
It's not 50-50. It's can Rolly catch them? Because Rolly can't catch, it's like the Ryan fight was. If Rolly can't catch Devin, Devin whitewash. But if you catch Devin early and hurt Devin, it can become a 50-50 fight. You understand me? I told you the same thing when he fought Ryan. I told the guys I could work.
Paulie Moline Aji emphasizes that Haney deserves recognition, noting his determination to grow, prove his ability, and face a dangerous opponent like Rolly Romero with confidence.
But this is the kind of guy Devin is, and I said it on my own channel. I said sometimes guys like this don't get the credit they may deserve because they disarm you, they disassemble you. You know, they kind of disassemble the bomb instead of being the ones who drop the bombs. You know, and Devin is more of a guy who just strips you naked and be like, all right, bro, you got nothing left now. You know what I mean? Instead of disarming you or disassembling you completely, where even the layman can be impressed by that. While the guy who takes you apart little by little, sometimes he doesn't get enough credit because it's not as sexy. You know, it's not as flashy. It's not as the big bombs aren't impressing the layman. But nonetheless, this was against probably the most talked about of the welterweight champions. Listen, we've talked about this welterweight division is a bit weak, but nonetheless, Norman was the most talked about of the welterweight champions. So he did it against Norman. He didn't do it against Barrios, who I think, like I'll repeat that, I'm not really that impressed with. He didn't do it against Rolly, who can be hot and cold depending on when you catch him. Yeah, he'd been hot and cold in the past, but was on a little bit of a tear here. And as a young guy, was impressing a lot and was the talk of the welterweight division, especially with Ennis gone. And to do it against that guy and to do it the way he did it and score a knockdown in the process, you know, you got to give credit where credit's due, especially because you got to be a little bit of a psychiatrist here. Or you know, you don't know where Devin's head was at after the Garcia situation and the JC Ramirez fight. That's why, Champ, I give you credit if you were that sure a month ago, because that's the only thing too with me. It's like if it's a Devin Haney who's hesitant, and I don't know because I'm not in his head. You know, that every human being is different when they go through stuff like that.
Wade Plemons breaks down the fight and says that Devin Haney wants to unify his title with Rolly Romero, which is why the Haney camp chose him over a rematch with Ryan Garcia. According to Wade Plemons, both sides are still finalizing the contract, but there's a strong indication that the fight is set for May 30th. This is a true unification bout, and the styles make it intriguing. Rolly Romero is aggressive, walking forward and throwing heavy punches, a strategy he has used successfully in previous fights. This forward pressure can play into Devin Haney's advantage, as he can use movement, jab effectively, and gradually take control in the center of the ring.
But he also says the same date and the same location. This is all formulating to be right up to the finish line. And I know in boxing, nothing's ever finished until it's officially signed and really until guys get in the ring. But knock on wood, I think this is going to be the fight we see on May 30th. And listen, it's a good fight. It's a unification bout. It is an interesting style matchup where Rolly is very aggressive and he will walk forward and throw heavy punches. He walked forward on Gervonta and you know, had a lot of success before obviously being knocked out. But he's walked forward in a lot of his fights and taken the fight to people. Sometimes that plays right into Devin Haney's hands. He can use his feet. He can jab. He can move. And eventually, you know, outbox you or put you in the center of the ring and then implement his offense. Even get a little bit aggressive himself, as we saw in the Brian Norman Jr. fight.
The outcome also matters for future matchups. If Rolly Romero wins, it could set up a rematch with Ryan Garcia, impacting the belt situation at 147 pounds. Devin Haney's team is focused on making the best strategic decisions regardless of opponent, but Rolly Romero's power and unconventional style make him dangerous. Wade also dismisses claims that Claressa Shield could challenge Rolly Romero, emphasizing the difficulty of top-level competition. Meanwhile, Oscar De La Hoya argues that a Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight might make more sense, highlighting the rivalry and stakes involved.
I think Rolly is very unorthodox. He's very strong, right? But I'm way taller than him, way longer than him, and got better boxing skills.
the guy that Rolly knocked out, knocked her down in sparring, and she blamed it on the no padding in the gloves. And you know, she had headgear on and they were probably 16-ounce gloves. She still hit the canvas. Stop that nonsense. Just stop it. Clarissa's not knocking out Rolly or any top-level fighter, male fighter in the world. It's not happening. So just to address that. But then we go to Oscar De La Hoya for his thoughts here. And I want to hear what he said about the fight, because I kind of agree with Oscar here. I don't think that Devin Haney and Rolly should be fighting next. It should be Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, because it makes all the sense in the world. The rivalry needs it. They both have belts. You don't want to risk one losing it. And you get that answer to, was the first fight influenced by anything outside of the ring? Was the first fight a fluke for Ryan Garcia? Was it a true win? You get all those answers, but
Oscar De La Hoya believes the next logical fight should be a rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, as both fighters have now proven themselves in the ring. He argues that this matchup makes the most sense for boxing fans and the sport, highlighting the rivalry between the two and the stakes involved. Both fighters hold belts and have demonstrated their skills, making the clash highly anticipated. De La Hoya points out that risking a fight against another opponent first could complicate the championship picture, whereas a direct showdown between Haney and Garcia would answer questions about supremacy in the division. With their talent, timing, and fan interest, he sees this rematch as the clear next step, promising excitement, competitive action, and a definitive answer about who truly dominates their weight class.
Somewhat negotiated or done for? Or?
Yeah, is there an update on that at all, Oscar?
No update yet. No official update. But if you ask me personally, that's the fight that should happen next.
Yeah.
I think Devin Haney proved. I think Devin Haney proved. I think he proved he deserves the fight. So I think Ryan Devin should be next. Absolutely.
Tim Bradley says that if Devin Haney can't handle Rolly Romero, then he certainly isn't ready to face Ryan Garcia. He emphasizes that Romero is awkward and explosive, making him a tricky opponent for anyone. His unusual style, punching from odd angles, having feet out of position, and surprising with sudden attacks can create problems, especially for inexperienced fighters. However, Devin Haney's mastery of the sweet science, excellent footwork, sharp jab, and ability to read openings give him the tools to exploit Romero's mistakes. Bradley points out that Romero reacts dramatically to feints, which allows Haney to control the pace and implement his offense carefully. Bradley notes that Haney has a significant reach advantage, with 71-inch arms compared to Romero's 66-inch dinosaur arms, giving him distance control and counterpunching opportunities.
That's all I'm going to tell y'all right now. If he can't beat and smash Rolly Romero, he not beating no damn Ryan Garcia. It is what it is. I know styles make fights, but damn, dealing with Romero, who's awkward, man. That's an awkward dude. You know, I think that's what his secret. That's his superpower. The fact that he's so damn awkward and explosive. You know, sometimes an inexperienced guy can give you some problems. Oh yeah, inexperienced guy can give you problems because like they don't do things that's normal. They do abnormal things like. You know, they'll punch from certain positions they not supposed to. Their feet not underneath them and stuff. They'll explode in with shots. Romero, he does all that crazy stuff, but he leaves a lot of openings, you know, for the
Hello, it's your favorite sports star. Here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Okay, I got Jordan. Now it's time to welcome. He's an undefeated professional boxer with a record of 25-0. He's an Olympic silver medalist in the 2016 Olympic, a 4-division world champ. 126, 130, 135, 140. He's trained by his grandfather, Wally Moses. Recently, he defeated Teofimo Lopez for the welterweight title. Shakur Stevenson. Shakur, how you doing, bro?
What up, man? What up, man?
I'm good, bro. Thanks for joining us tonight. You dominated Teofimo. Did you think the fight was going to be that easy? Because he's a champ.
Nah, I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I thought it could have been that easy, but I also knew like Tiafimo was tough and he was gonna bring his best. And honestly, I think just God showed up and did what he always do.
Nah. Hell nah. He's trying to play humble, huh? He trying to play humble. Because he said it in the presser. He said in the presser, I see weaknesses in your game, and I'm going to expose them. And you're going to see fight night, and come fight night, all the things that Tio was able to get away with other opponents that weren't as skilled, all the trickery, all the fakes, and all the feints, none of that worked. And so Shakur did his homework, and that's why the fight looked the way it did.
Nah, 100%. Like I said, I just did what I was supposed to do, but I did think it could happen that way. You're right. I did think it could happen that way. So
you thought you could pitch because I had you as a shutout.
It was a shutout. It was a shutout.
Yeah. I don't know how they gave him a round. Maybe they was feeling sorry for him. Like, damn, we can't have our champ lose all 12 rounds. We got to give him something. But it looked like you pitched the shutout because everything that he tried to do, you had a counter. It was like you was. It was like you knew the answers to the test because you had already read the test.
Yeah. I watched him fight probably like every day in training camp, and I seen like so many different like weaknesses in his game to where I'm like, okay, if he do this against me, I'm going to destroy him, or if he do this against me, I'm going to capitalize here. So when I seen him bust the same moves that I seen on camera, it just made it so much easier. It made it so much easier, but it was an easy night of boxing. I appreciate Tiafimo even for stepping in the ring with me because a lot of fighters don't. So shout out to him anyway.
Let me ask you this. There's been a lot of discussion around your fight style. I don't think anybody questions your level of greatness because, like you said, you are an amateur, you go to the Olympics, you win a gold medal, you win a silver medal. But you got upset at me. I said, look, and Ocho and I, we was having a discussion after the Tiafimo fight. I said, Ocho, he's great. I said, the way he can get in there and he makes great fighters look average. I said, but his style is not, his style. I said, bro, I can't pay money. I want to see a little bit more action. And you got upset with me. What do you say about people that say your style is boring? They're not saying that you're not great. They say your style of fighting.
I mean, that's your opinion, Unc. I can't really take away from your opinion. I hear you say it. So when you say it, I'll probably troll back at you and talk a little shit. At the end of the day, that's your opinion. You can have your opinion, but truthfully, my style is not boring. My style is just the fact that I make shit easy. Like, guys can't do nothing with me. It's like you can name all the best fighters in my weight class, but if you put them in the ring with me, they all might look like Tiafimo. Like, Tiafimo was just one to step in the ring. So anybody
Tank gonna look like that. Tank gonna look like that. Keyshawn Davis gonna look like that.
Hey, I ain't gonna disrespect my brother. I love my brother.
Okay.
we be smart all the time. We good work. But like I said, anybody that pay attention to the sport of boxing and love the sport of boxing, they gonna love my
style. I told you, you heard what he said. Anybody that paid attention to the sport of boxing, they would love his style. Yes. That's what our argument was about. It's you, the casual fan that always is looking for the Tank Davis knockout, the Mike Tyson knockout. But us purists that enjoy and watching round by round, how Shakur is always 2 steps ahead of whoever he's fighting, which is why it looks the way it looks, and it looks so easy. I mean, it's you actually have to understand the sweet science in itself and understand what you're watching to appreciate what he's been able to do.
There have been discussion with the WBC. They took your title because I think they wanted you to pay. Let me get this straight. There's a sanctioning fee. If you have a belt, you have to pay X amount of dollars, correct?
Yeah. If you got a belt, you got to pay X amount of dollars for having the belt. Yeah, for sure.
So what does that money go towards? So so if I got like 5 or 6 belts, I got to pay $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 to keep the belts.
Yeah, I don't know what they do with the money. That's on the WBC. But from my point of view, they could tell you whatever they want because you don't know what they do with the money. We don't see what they do. I be hearing that they be paying for hotels and like, all kinds of different stuff with their money. So, with my money basically. So I don't know.
What's next? What we got lined up? I mean, we have anything? Any fights coming up? Anybody you might want to fight? Talk to me.
Nah, we ain't got nothing lined up yet. We looking over the scenery. We trying to see what opponents is doing what, and we just watching. We watching and paying attention. And my next opponent, I'm gonna try to make sure it's an opponent that my fans and the fans that dislike me want to fight.
I mean,
but let me.
Now we're gonna say when you talk about your next opponent, do you want someone that is a superior challenge like a Teofimo Lopez, or you want to have a tune-up fight before another big mega fight?
Nah, I want to fight whoever. I'll fight whoever. I'm down to fight the best fighters. Y'all name them. You know, the fans could come up with a what's that little poll going?
Y'all put a wish list together. Who y'all want to see Shakur fight?
Yeah, we could go by the poll, and then whoever they say is the best, I'll fight them.
You took down Teofimo at 147. Are you interested in going back down? Or you gonna go to 30? Are you gonna go to 35? You go to 30, go back down to 120. So what are you looking to do?
35 and 40 is my weight class. I run that shit. So both weight classes is mine, and until somebody dethrone me, it will be my weight class. So tell them come see me.
Now you do realize now Tank and Keyshawn is the 140 boys.
Yo,
I've been saying, Shakur, that you know that.
Oh, me and Keyshawn not gonna fight each other, so it ain't need no point of mentioning Keyshawn.
Okay. So now that leaves you and Tank. Who else at the 140 that you would be a 135 that you would be interested in banging with?
Lamar.
Anybody. I would love to fight Lamar Rhodes. Me and Lamar Rhodes is amazing.
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
That'd be a nice chess match right there, boy.
Cause
the best versus the best.
Let me ask you a question, Shakur. All real talk. You think Rhodes beat Tank?
Yeah, I do.
I did too. Ocho and I said the same thing. I said I like Tank, but Rhodes whooped his ass that night.
Once he took that knee, after that, it's impossible for the judge.
He was beating him before the knee.
Saying, but once you
made it undisputed.
But once you take the knee, the scorecard should look different in favor of goddamn Lamont at that point.
Yeah, it's a 10-8 round.
I thought without the knee he won that fight.
That's what I said to Ocho. I said because with the knee, that's a 10-8 round. It's a no-brainer. Now, what are we even discussing?
Yeah, for sure.
So now you're not gonna fight Keyshawn. So Lamont Roach and Tank Day. You did mention and doing some research. You know, I gotta go do research. You said a rehydration clause. A rehydration clause. Now, my research shows Canelo has done it 3 times against Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev, and Rocky Feldon. Tank did it against Mario Barrios, and he did it against Ryan Garcia. Chris Eubanks Jr. did it against Conor Benn, and Triple G did it against Daniel Jacobs. The rehydration clause. That means you're gonna probably fight. If you fight Ryan Garcia, you're gonna fight him at 147. Ryan is a naturally big guy. You're a naturally small guy. I mean, you won the silver medal at 126. So you had to put on 14 pounds just to make the 140 and had to put on 21 pounds to go to 47. Ryan was going to strip down. Ryan probably walks around. What you think he walks around at? 165, 170?
170.
So now he's going to come down to 147. Now, when he refuel, rehydrate, he could easily bang back to 160, 165 easy.
172.
So you want to say, okay, so if you put the rehydration clause, you're going to say, okay, you can't go over 152, you can't go over 155. Where are the numbers that you feel comfortable? Like he ain't 25 pounds heavier than I am, but you feel you can get the best while not stripping him of everything?
Nah, honestly, I don't even want to do the rehydration clause. I know like social media kind of made that a big thing.
Okay.
I was speaking hypothetical when I said it. But
okay.
He went in the interview and he said that he'll fight me at 140 pounds. So
he can't make no 140.
We don't know that. We don't know. We don't know what he can do.
See what I'm saying, Shakur? You know that man. You said the man walk around at 170. You want to bring the man down 30?
He said that he will fight me at 140. I'm just going off his words. So if he said it, like, what am I supposed to do?
So you have a rehydration clause at 140?
No, I don't want a rehydration clause.
Oh, you know, so if he comes down to 140, you don't want no rehydration clause. Only if he comes down to 40, only if he comes down to 47, you have to go up to 47. Do you want the clause? Or you don't want the clause at all?
I only want the clause if I go up to 147, but I don't plan on going up. So at the end of the day, I don't need the clause. We can fight at 140.
You think that man can make 140, Shakur? Honestly.
I mean, I'm just telling you off of his words.
No, I know what he said.
We can't assume that he can't make 140. He said he can as long as he lock in and take it serious.
Man, Shakur, like once you start, like it's like once you go up to those weights and you start fighting, now you start fighting at that weight. As you start to get older, it gets harder to strip that weight off. You're young. You could easily go back down to 130 if you wanted to, because you're not a naturally big man. You don't walk around at 150. You probably walk around, I'm assuming probably 140, 142 maybe. More like you're probably in the 130s. So you like that Floyd. You got that Floyd syndrome. Floyd walked around at 150, get down to 147 and tear everybody ass up.
I can't tell you my walk around weight, but like I said, if you want to fight at 140, or we can do a catch weight at 144 pounds.
Okay.
I like that. A catch weight at 144, but not Ryan Garcia. A catch weight at 144. You think Conor Ben could get down still, even though he's fought at heavier weights? You think?
No, I want to fight him at 147 with the rehydration.
For real?
Because he did that to Eubank.
Okay, yeah,
he did. And the world kind of like gave him credit for the win, but at the end of the day, Eubank was kind of drained in the ring. So let him deal with it with me.
Oh, so you're getting there and rock with Conor Ben, huh?
At 47 with a rehydration.
Yeah, okay. I like that. Hey,
so let me ask you
I want to see that. I want to see that.
I want to see. So when you say rehydration, how many pounds are you willing to give to let them go? Because it's been as low as 3.5, and then some people say 10. So how far are you willing to go? How much wiggle room or will you give someone on a rehydration clause?
You only get 10 pounds.
That's the max that's the max. But I've seen, I think I've seen 3.5. At one point it was like 3.5, but the max is 10.
Yeah, 10. Yep. 10 is good.
Hey,
so you fight him at 147, he can't get back up to about 157. You're gonna probably it's gonna be hard as hell for you to make 147.
Me?
Yeah.
I can make 147 right now.
That's what I know. But I'm saying, but I'm saying that's probably your walk. Like I'm saying, you walk around in the mid 40s. You're not gonna tell us, but looking at your frame, looking at your clavicles, you're not a naturally big man, Shakur. So it's gonna be easy for you to always make those lower weights. That 140, 147, that's nothing for you. You ain't got to do nothing. You go to camp for 2 weeks and make 47.
That's true. You're right.
Hey,
that's true.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you know who can make 147?
Me? Who? Man, your big ass can't make no 147, bro. You 180.
Man, I'll piece you up, man. Don't play at me, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Hey.
Man, set the sparring up, man. I've been waiting.
I've been asking you for 2 years to spar. You scared of me. You scared. Like,
next time I see you, we rocking out, man.
Nah, and don't let him get no headgear. Don't let him put no headgear.
I don't need no headgear. I'm polished. I'm polished in the ring.
We both don't need a headgear. We good.
Right. Hey, cause you saw what Keyshawn did to Blueface, right, Shakur?
Yeah.
That's how. I want Ocho come back looking like Tommy Hearns when he fought Martin. That's how
I have a boxing background. The past 9 years, I'm good. I'm ready.
You don't think Blueface box?
Yeah, he box. And Blueface say he like 215.
Hey, Shakur, you see this? What is? Come on, man.
I'm just saying though, like, he box. He a boxer.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
When you get in there with them boxers, it's a different story, man. I'm telling you, the real like elite level fighters.
Yes. Is there any truth, because they say like you're about to sign a 3-fight deal with Zuffa for like $60 million? Is there any truth to that?
Shit, not that I know of, but if they gonna give me $60 million, call my phone. I'm ready.
So Man, you see, that's why I can't believe nothing on the internet. Because they had you up there talking about you about to sign with Zup for a 3-fight deal for $60 million.
Shit, send that to my man. Listen here, man.
Hey, you don't even need no agent. I handle that by myself.
Hey,
man, call me. I'm ready, man.
The last 3 or 4 days, internet's been blowing up. We had Claressa. Claressa said that she could beat Rolly, and I know that's your girl. Y'all was at the Olympics together. But Shakur, keep it a buck with us. See, you already laughing.
Hey, so
you already laughing.
Listen up, right? Honestly, you know, I think it's hard for her to be able to beat a male fighter, but I would love to see it because she campaigning it, and like if she believe it, I believe it. So I believe in her at the end of the day. So I would love to see it.
You do realize men produce testosterone. They have longer bones. They have harder punching power.
What if he don't hit Claressa? What if he don't hit her?
Shakur,
then what?
You gonna go to hell. You know, for lying, you go to hell. That's what the Bible teaches us. I know you a man of the blood. The Bible teaches us.
Man, tell her to come to training camp with me. She is not gonna get touched.
He gonna cut the ring off. Even at that weight. Let's just say she fights at, I think she said she fought this last fight at 175. I think she said she can get down to 165. Let's just say for the sake of argument, she gets down to 165. He's at 140. His body still produces more testosterone than hers. His bones are still longer than hers. It's like Serena. Serena, all her partners, her hitting partners were men.
Yeah.
She couldn't beat a 250th ranked man.
You know what's crazy? I agree with you though. Like I agree with what you're saying. All I'm saying is Claressa Shields is different. So with her being as good as she is and her skill set, I just wouldn't count her out with anything that she do.
But Shakur, you do realize to throw punches, you got to open yourself up. And a man reflexes are quicker than a woman. Now, she done got knocked down even by a woman. He touches her.
I can't argue anything that you're saying because you're saying facts. Like what you're saying is true.
Okay.
I'm telling you that Claressa Shields is not a normal woman. She's not the same woman as every other woman. So
I would feel comfortable if she had 18 fights, she had 15, 16 knockouts. I said, well, maybe she can hit. Because I think the thing was, when we looked at Bud, because a lot of the people say, well, man, what Bud going up in weight? Bud's a naturally big. Bud is a naturally big man. Bud walk around a big-ass weight. People think Bud's small. I said, I was in there wrestling with him. I said, I was tired as hell trying to throw his look. I said, but when Bud touched Canelo like, damn, he got his attention. He got his respect immediately. Yeah. If Claressa can't get his respect, and like I said, if she in 18 fights, if she has 16 knockouts, I would say, you know what, she might can get his respect. I don't know how she keep him off of her.
What if she defend herself well, hit him, and she don't get touched with nothing big or nothing that's super strong or hard?
It's hard because Rolly throws hard. You know he throws hard. He have an awkward stance. And the thing is, touching a man and touching a woman, you already know the chin different. You know that, Shakur, the chin different on a man and a woman.
Let me be her coach for the fight. Just let me be her coach, and we gonna win.
You could get Buddy McGirt. You could get Floyd Mayweather Sr. You could get Freddie Roach. You can God rest his soul, Emmanuel Stewart. She ain't beat no a champion man.
You said everybody, but you did not say Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson, I would put Shakur in the corner, Floyd in the corner.
It's me. All I need to do is be in that corner. That's all I need to do.
Well, you're gonna have to jump in the. You gonna have to jump in the ring.
I might jump in the ring
and soften him up first,
for sure.
Man, hold on. Devin Haney say he wants some. What's up with you and Dev? Y'all can bang at 140?
Where he say that at?
I'm just saying. I saw y'all in the ring sparring.
Hey, that was old.
I would call Bill and
that
make
was
that
a long
happen.
time ago.
Where he say that at?
Hey, Devin say he want anybody at the 140. He want that.
Nah, he fight
you at 140.
He fight 147.
He come down for you.
If he come down, then let's make it happen.
Well, why you say you can fight at 147? You want to go up and see it?
I just told you if I fight at 147, what come with it.
Oh, so any fight at 147, there's a rehydration clause.
Any fight at 147.
Okay. So y'all hear that? Don't call this man phone. Fight at 147.
But we can fight at a catch weight.
44 with no rehydration.
If any 47-pounder fight me at 144, I'm down. Let's do it.
With no rehydration.
No rehydration.
I'm ready.
But ain't no belts at 44. So you just want to fight.
What we need the belt for? We the names. We the big names. Why we need the belt?
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
If we fought at 144, would you show up and watch?
Yeah.
You fighting? Hold on. You fighting Devin Haney?
Yeah. At 100.
Yeah.
Without the belts on the line, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So we good.
Yeah. If you go fight the best of the best, I'm gonna come see. Because I want to see it with my own eyes. I want to see it with my own eyes. I'm gonna see if you gonna do. You say, hey, you say my fight boring. Let me show you why it's boring. You see what I did? Every strength that he had, I turned it into a weakness.
I ain't gonna lie. If you watched my last fight and you still thought it was boring, you gonna think
I saw it. Ocho. Here's the thing. Shakur. Tim Duncan. Was Tim Duncan not great?
Nah, he was a great.
Would you say he was exciting?
Nah, not really. No.
What? See, but two things can be true. You can be great, and I want to see some action. I want to see some. Hey, I understand. You said, look, my job is to hit, not get hit. And I think sometimes sometimes I think you're overly cautious with that. But I want to see a little bit more action, Shakur.
I'm sorry, my mic is muted, but Shannon is actually bringing up some pretty valid points here.
That's all. If I'm paying $10,000 for a ticket, Shakur, I want to see something. I want to see some lights turned out.
Boxing fan then.
Huh?
I don't think you're a big boxing fan then.
For me to come out of my house, hold on. For me to come out of my house and to dig in my pockets and pay $10,000, no. I'm gonna see some action. I'm gonna see some action.
Are you a big boxing fan?
Yes.
Impossible.
Yes.
Impossible.
I used to go. I've seen Floyd fight several times. I've seen Mike Tyson fight. Yeah, but to come out of my pocket. If I'm gonna watch on TV, of course I'm gonna watch it on television.
So when you watch Floyd fight, you thought he was boring?
He fought. I saw him fight. I think I saw him fight Corrales, and I saw him fight De La Hoya.
And did you think he was boring?
I saw Floyd after he had broke his hands. When Floyd was fighting at 30, at 35 and 40, when he fought Gotti, when he fought Ricky Hatton, hell no, he wasn't boring. When he fought Gotti, when he fought Ricky Hatton, when he fought Cotto, when he fought Corrales,
hold on. After that.
Did you think
after Floyd's hands became brittle, he became a fighter that, you know what, I can't tell. I'm not gonna lose no fight because I'm fighting one-handed because I broke my hand.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Did you see him fight Carlos Baldomir?
That was before. No.
Wasn't that around the time his hands?
That might have been, that was one of the fights, yeah. Because I remember he hit somebody and he took a knee.
People called him boring. It was never boring to me when I watched him fight. Even when I watched him fight Pacquiao, I never thought like Floyd Mayweather was a boring fighter. Now when I watched Rigondeaux, I'm like, okay, this is kind of like no disrespect to Rigondeaux. Like he's a hell of a fighter, one of my favorites. But some of the time I'm like, okay, this is boring. But I just don't understand how you can watch guys like completely dominate, shut guys out, and give you some type of entertainment at times in the fight. And I feel like when I fought Teofimo, I came forward. I was the aggressor. I was on the front foot. So I just don't see how anybody could think that fight was a boring fight.
But here's the thing. When Floyd was at 35-40, Floyd was stopping people. Can we agree on that?
Some guys got stopped. Yeah.
That's all. We want to see some action.
But
hey, go ahead.
But me and Floyd Mayweather is two different people. So at the end of the day, if you compare us, you're just comparing a guy that already finished his career with a guy that's still in the prime of his career with more better fights to come. So it's hard to really compare.
I think the thing is that your fighting style is a lot different, is a lot similar because you guys do a lot of counters.
And we win.
Yeah. Oh, you know, they're win. I mean, undefeated. Yeah. So yeah, I think the thing that's my thing. At 35-40, Floyd was stopping people. I look at another guy like Shane Mosley, 35-40, he was stopping people. He had dynamite. When he fought Antonio Margarita, but I thought he fought Margarita at 47. I don't know what he was. I think he maybe fought De La Hoya, 54 or 40? I think he fought De La Hoya at 54.
Yeah, but you got to also realize that was my fourth weight class. And anybody that's in the sport that goes through 4 weight classes, I feel like it's harder to knock guys out as you move up in weight.
And you go up, okay. Yeah.
Besides the Manny Pacquiao, who probably, we don't know that, probably wasn't, as normal as everybody else.
Because I ain't never seen anybody go from one. Pacquiao probably went from 112 and floorboard people at 22, 26, 30, 35, 40, 47, 54. I'm like, well, damn, this little man just not, hey.
Yeah, but you got to understand when people move up in weight classes, it's definitely harder to
knock people out.
Because you're already fighting bigger guys that's already sustained at that weight.
Yeah. Well, we got it ready. We got it set. So we done put it out there in the universe. No, Lamont.
Oh, you and Shakur?
No, I'll whoop his ass. Oh. But anyway, we got Lamont Roach, right? Hey, we got Lamont. We got Lamont Roach, and then we got Conor Benn at a catch weight. So the tongue is powerful. So we're gonna speak it into existence at 144.
Nah, me and Lamont can fight at 140 or 135. Either or.
I like that. So I'm just bring me in the camp.
I told you, come on, man. Anytime. Right. I'm gonna spar you though.
Shakur, tear his ass up. I mean, lump him up. If you don't come back, with no horn on his head, you ain't do nothing.
We got the same exact fighting style.
Oh, Shakur said he gonna stop you. I'm coming. I'm gonna have my phone right there with him.
My defense is just like his, or maybe better. Like I'm not even tripping.
Shakur, you ready?
I'm not even tripping. Bro, I done studied you, man, all these years, man. Everything.
You got him, Ocho.
Everything he tried to do, I got an answer for it.
In America, man, that was crazy. Your defense may be just like mine.
Listen, most of the time when you before you take a test, you study it, don't you?
Yeah, but I've been studying for 20 some years.
I've been studying for 58. What you saying?
Yeah, but you ain't been studying boxing for that long.
He said because he's a much bigger man, Shakur, he gonna walk through your punches.
Oh, hey.
That shit don't mean nothing, though.
You don't want no rehydration clothes, Ocho?
I'm gonna come down to 140.
I'm gonna stop him to the body.
Ooh,
you gonna give him a body shot and stop him?
Stop him to the body for sure.
Hey, what happened to my camera? Sure.
I don't know that. Hey, that man said, Shakur, man. Hey, man, thank you for coming on, Shakur. We really appreciate that. Hey, when you come back, when you got something else lined up, a big fight lined up, come back and tell us about it on Nightcap, because the Nightcap family, they love boxing, they love Shakur Stevenson, and we can't wait to see your next fight. Is it going to happen before June, after June, the fall? What you kind of looking at? What's your timeline?
Probably after June. I don't know. I can't even tell you yet. Once I talk to the business people, we're going to make it happen. So,
okay. Well, congratulations on your last fight. You did a number on Teofimo Lopez, a 4-division champ, an Olympic silver medalist. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Shakur Stevenson. Thanks for joining us, Shakur.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, bro. He said he gonna stop you to the body, Ocho. He said he gonna stop you to the body.
Nah.
Yeah, hey man, hey, that joke hit you one of them liver, them kidney shots, Ocho. You be peeing blood
Be
for
all
like
right.
2 days.
Be all right. I'm gonna be tucked in, huh? I'm gonna be tucked in.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're gonna make Ocho cry. Now we got another champion. Here he is. He's 17-2, 13 wins by KO. WBA welterweight champion, won the title in 2025. Previously held the super lightweight champion from 23 to 24, and the WBA interim lightweight champion from 2020-21. He defeated Ryan Garcia last year by unanimous decision. Here he is, Rolly Romero. Rolly, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Rolly, how's everything, man? Where you at right now?
I'm in Vegas.
You in Vegas? I'm gonna start. I want to start off early. What do we have lined up? Obviously, we're excited. Last fight against Ryan Garcia, you handled business. You did what you needed to do. Do you have anything lined up for this year for us to see Mr. Action Jackson Rolly in the ring this year?
Well, I think we have Devin lined up for May, at the end of May. So, I mean, it's been a whole week now, and they're still trying to go back. They don't want to sign the contract, but I mean, it's looking like they will. It's looking like they will.
What way do we fight there? 40, 47? What
47.
you looking at, Rolly?
It'd be us unifying belts, the WBA and the WBO.
So you want 2 belts? You ain't satisfied with one?
Nah, I'm happy with it.
In fact, hey, speaking of the belts, Rolly, how do you feel about the sanctioning fees? Is it okay with you? Are you worried about where the money is going?
But I'm perfectly fine with paying. Let me explain to you with sanctioning fees, because everyone got this whole misconception of sanctioning fees like they bad, right? Okay, so let's say the WBO, the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF, they all have people that work for them and all this stuff, right? So how are they paying for people to come over here and bring the people so they can bring the belts and sanction fights? All this, bro, all this stuff adds up.
Right.
You remember this? It's a business like everything else.
Okay.
It's a business like everything else. Everyone has an overhead. You can't just do this for free.
Right. So you don't have a problem with paying the sanctioning fees because you understand to run a business, it takes money, and you're in the
and that's the thing too. I mean, and like specific fighters, like they refuse to pay it, right? But you also got to realize this, right? You got to think about it like this too. Whether 12 divisions in boxing for like males, right? I'm not even gonna count females right now. We'll do it, but there's a certain amount of divisions, right?
Right.
Right.
And for each one of those belts, there's a sanctioning fee, right? Obviously, right? So if somebody's not paying a sanctioning fee, that's the money that they're not receiving for their company. You got to think about it like that. On top of that, too, we fight to be world titles. We fight to be world champion. You need to. On top of that too, people lack common sense. You can negotiate better fight purses when you have a belt, not without a belt. You don't make you don't make money without you don't make money without a belt. Unless you're like, have a fan base from YouTube or something like that, like, like Jake Paul or other influencers and stuff like that, right? But you need a belt to make money. Having a belt makes you more money, right or wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
You got to pay to play, right?
Yeah, you do. Are there any fighters that you think are a draw that the people want to see that don't have a belt?
That don't have a belt, or that they haven't had a belt yet?
Well, they haven't had a belt yet, or maybe they lost their belt, but they're still a draw. So even if
there's so many fighters, like I said, Canelo doesn't have a belt, and Canelo's a draw.
Okay.
So it's like, but like you're giving me like a lot of like, bro, like there's a lot. We could say the whole heavyweight division. There's only one dude that has.
Everybody's not a draw though. I'm talking about filling the arena.
No. But I'm saying like, bro, there's so many heavyweights that are a draw. Tyson Fury doesn't have a belt, and he's a draw, right?
Okay.
So it's like, but not fighters that never had a belt.
Right.
Yes, I think if you've had a belt and you no longer have one, you can still be a draw.
Great example, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like I say, I mean, it's still, regardless, it's still very premature, you know, for a lot of fighters too, you know?
Right.
Like, for instance, like I said, I could start naming prospects, boom, 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 and like, you know?
Right.
But there's no fun in all that. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of fighters that'd be a draw.
We just had Shakur Stevenson on. He said, you know, hey, he looking for anybody. 35, 40, 47. What's up?
I mean,
you've gone on record. You've gone on record, Rolly, and say, man, this fight's boring. He boring.
No. Let me tell you like this, right? Shakur is an incredible fighter. He's a very talented fighter. It's unfortunate that, you know, that stylistically, they're not very entertaining fights, but it doesn't take the. I mean, dude's a great fighter. Like you can't say yes. You can't say that he's not. He's a great fighter.
But stylistically, his style is not appealing to.
Well, no, it's not appealing to really anyone in boxing.
Yeah,
for casuals, it's not appealing, and the people that pay for boxing are casuals.
That's what I tried to explain.
No, but hold on. I'm a purist. I'm not a casual, and I enjoy it because I'm understanding what I'm actually watching.
Are they more purists or casual?
I don't know. I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm telling you, me, when I watch the sport of boxing.
Well, I mean, I don't really consider casuals boxing fans. I consider purist boxing fans. No, like people just watch boxing all the time. Mm-hmm. But like, because casuals will list whatever the top fighter is and just watch that fight, you know. But those are the ones that pay the money.
Yeah, I'm one that watches everybody fight. So
yeah,
regardless of who it is. And now you can't put the carriage before the horse. And talking about, you know, Rolly fighting Shakur, and he just said we got Devin lined up in May. So we got to keep the focal point.
Well, he can have two fights. He could have a fight in May and have another fight in
October.
But
I don't think that far ahead, bro.
See, I told you.
I don't got enough brain processing skills to be thinking about all that stuff. You know, I'm a boxer. We're not that intelligent.
Well, let me ask you this: you started out in judo. What made you switch to just boxing and not stick with judo?
Well, I mean, the thing is, you know, the way I started, right? So it was like, my dad tried to make me box as a kid. My dad was a boxer. And he tried to make me box as a kid. My dad was a very, 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 very talented fighter, you know? And we had, you know, I'd doing judo, right? I didn't want to box as my dad would, you know. My dad was really hard on me, right? Really, really hard on me. So last thing I want to do, right? So a judo place had opened up right where me and my mom were living at the time, right? So we went over there, and then I started doing judo, and I kind of stayed with it because I started at 9 and I ended at 17. Now, what had happened was, right, so we were watching the Olympics, right? I was watching for judo. And boxing came out. My dad's like, all excited watching. I'm like, bro, why are you even excited about these guys? These guys are just touching each other. They don't even hit each other. They're scared of each other. And my dad's like, I don't curse no more, but so he's like, oh, you want to do this? You're scared, right? I'm like, man, I'll whoop them. He's like, no, you're scared. So my dad took me to the gym the very next day. And I put on the gloves. And I broke some dude's nose, right? Yeah, literally just wild swinging, right? And I go to the gym 2 days later. I do the same thing. I break somebody else's nose. My dad's like, "Hey, punch me as hard as you can right here." I'm like, "No." I was like, "You're gonna hit me," and he's like, "No, punch me for real." I'm like, "No, you're gonna hit me." He's like, "No, for real, punch me." I punched them both. At that moment, my dad realized, no, this dude can crack. Because, like, you know, I mean, my dad would make me, like, hit pads as a kid sometimes, all stuff. But I just barely touch it and all stuff, you know? So it's like, that's how that's and I was like, well, I mean, I want to do this last tournament in judo, right? So I ended up doing the last tournament in judo in December of 2012. After that, I ended up starting boxing.
Go to boxing. You mentioned earlier, you was talking about it today, that Floyd Mayweather was an early influence on your life, early mentor, and he probably doesn't know the influence that he had on your life. What did Floyd do for you? What did he mean to you?
Well, first, he's the first person that ever took the chance on me in reality. I signed with Floyd August 20th of 2016. He would watch me literally stop everybody in the gym, and I was like, Floyd, champ, sign me. And he was like, oh, what's something on? He gave me his number, and I called him, and the next day I was signed. But yeah, I mean, that right there, I mean, the Mayweather promotion journey as it is, you know, and even this, I was out of contract, and I still continue to work with Mayweather Promotions for another. My contract ended in 2019, at the end of 2019, and I stayed with Mayweather Promotions for another 4 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's how much Mayweather Promotions meant to me. Regardless, though, I mean, another thing too. I mean, I was homeless. I told you my pops was hard on me, right? Yeah. My dad kicked me out the house because I broke my hand, right? And so I go couch surfing. One day I stay with a girl. One day I go stay over there at a friend's house. One day, bro, it'd be like 4 a.m. I'd be stuck in the street. I'd be sleeping in the street. You know, it was like that for about a month and a half, right? And I had about $2K at the start of it, right? And I remember my mom gambled her money. I didn't give my mom $1,000 so she pay her rent and all that stuff, right? I didn't tell my mom any of the situation I was in because I never really talked about my problems before. Right. And I started dating this girl. She said she can buy me a car and all that stuff, right? You know,
she can buy you a car?
Yeah, she said she can buy me a car.
Okay.
You know, and so I got like $40 left at this point, right? And like now I'm just like freaking out, right? And I'm like, hey, I go to her house and I'm like, yo, I need this car. I don't got no money. She's like, well, I don't got money. I'm like, okay, well, I need you to give me some money because I don't got money. She's like, no, but so me being me, I curse her out and I leave. And I go on and I go back to my dad's house, right? And my dad in the summer, right? He done keeps the door open. And he keeps the door open because hotter inside the house than outside. You don't put on AC. You know, them Cubans are a little crazy. And I go inside. My dad grabs a baseball bat. He tells me if I go inside, he's gonna beat me. And so I curse him out and I leave. And bro,
have you cussed 2 people out and left in the same day?
Trust me, I cursed out a lot of people. Right? I don't curse no more. I don't curse no more. But okay. I go to Cashman Field, right, bro? And I've never in my whole life have been more angry. And I'm like, bro, I'm mad, bro. I've never been so mad in my life. And then I start to cry.
Mm.
And I hear, tell me what's wrong. I'm like freaking out. I'm looking around. I'm like, who's there? I'm like, hey, I hear him again. Tell me what's wrong. It was God speaking to me. I never was raised in a church or anything.
Okay, this dude is bonkers. If you think God is speaking to you, you have schizophrenia.
And I never prayed, none of that stuff, and it was like I heard God's audible voice. So I told him everything that had happened. I told him about my hand being broken. I told him about my dad, how he was acting. I told him about my mom gambling my money. I told him about that girl. I told him I had no car. I told him how I wanted to be champion. I told him how I hadn't talked to my sister in a year. I told him about my niece. I told her I was going to take her to the aquarium. I promised her that she was 2 at the time. I told him about everything that I had no money. I told him about everything that happened in my life. He tells me, everything's going to be all right. Just go home. So this is now 11:45 on July 31st of 2017. I start walking home, and the first person I see is my sister, who I hadn't spoken to in a year. I hadn't seen her in months. Wow. I walk up on her in the middle of the night. She'd taken some melatonin. She didn't even remember speaking to me. I walked up on her, and she got scared, and I was like, no, it's me. I give her a hug. I tell her I love her and I miss her. She go inside her boyfriend's house at the time. I keep walking home. I didn't even know she was dating the dude. And that's how long it's been since I talked to her. My dad still has the door open. I walk up the stairs. I felt an angel holding me. Go up the stairs. I stayed up that whole night. Think my dad was gonna give me a baseball bat, And he went up about 2 a.m. I fell asleep probably about 4 a.m. I wake up. My dad already left the house. It's probably about noon now. And I'm like, well, what do I do? The only thing I know how to do is train. So I pack a gym bag. And I take, with the last bit of money I had, the last 40 bucks, I took an Uber to the Subway across the street from Floyd's gym. I bought a Subway sandwich. I ate the Subway sandwich, and I walked across the street to the gym. I put on my headphones, right? I don't talk to nobody that day. I just go in there. I just shadowbox guys. Couldn't hit anything. I walk out. Floyd walked right past me, just like this. Bop, 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 bop. Right? I walk into the dressing room. I didn't even say hi to him. And I change my clothes. I go outside, and Rafael Garcia's old cut man's right there. And I'm like, Rafa, I think my hand's broken. He touches it, all stuff, bro. He's like, it's not broken. I'm like, well, why won't it heal, bro? It's been about 2 months now, bro. It won't heal. And he's like, take green menthol alcohol and ice and mix it and just ice it every day like that for 3 weeks and don't hit with it no matter what. I'm like, okay. I go to stand up. He grabs my shirt and pulls me back down. And I'm like, why? He's like, you'll see. Literally 30 seconds later, Floyd walks right past me into his Rolls Royce. And I look at he looks at the side view mirror and he's like, Champ, come here. I'm like, what's up, Champ? He's like, write down your name. He gave me his phone. And he's like, write down your name. I write down my name. He's like, I got you. He shakes my hand. 15 minutes later, his assistant calls me. He's like, Rolly, where you at? I'm like, I'm at the gym. She's like, okay, stay there. I'll be there in 15 minutes. She gives me a check for $2,000. And I remember I just stood there frozen like, what? Like frozen, just looking at the check like, bro, like this money is from God. Because there's no reason why that's the only money Floyd had ever given me. He spoiled, so many other fighters in the past, and they all did him dirty. But that $2,000 I looked at, right, and I'm like, there's no way. The first thing I do, right, I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, hey, Mom, I got some money. I want to take Ariel to the aquarium, right? So I take her to the aquarium next day. That was August 2nd now. The next day, I go to Toyota dealership. I'm like, man, I'm going to be a world champion. I'm signed to Floyd, yada, 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 all this stuff, right? Dude, they gave me a car off the lot. No interest, no down payment, no nothing. I had about $1,500 and a brand new car.
Gonna pause it real quick.
Car. I never in my whole entire life needed money again. If for whatever reason I ran out of money, it was like it would fall out of the sky. Like, bro, like a side hustle would just come out of nowhere, I'd be gifted something or something. I never needed money again in my life after that.
Wow.
But there was no reason for me to have that money. And then on top of that, you throw everything else into that. I heard a mysterious voice the day before, and I ain't religious. I wasn't religious.
Yeah. Right.
Explain that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of my problems got solved from one day to another. Everything.
So, your reputation is you're a hard puncher.
Yeah.
And I mean, looking at your resume, 17-2, 13 wins by KO. 76% of your fight, he basically don't remember a whole lot the shot that you caught him with. Like when you go into a fight, Rolly, tell me what's your thought process? You're like, okay, I see some things I can take advantage of. I'm trying to land his power. But hell, every shot you throw is damn power. You trying to get him up out of you. When your dad say you a hard puncher, when you hit him in his arm, you say you a hard puncher. You took that to heart, and you like, okay, I'm trying to get you up out of
here. Yeah, I like punching people in the face. I mean, well, what else, man, dude? Like, bro, I joined boxing to try to hurt people. I didn't join boxing to try to love people.
Right.
Hey, when it comes to boxing, right? Obviously, when you start any sport, when you start any craft, and you put all the hard work in it, how far are you along with the goals that you set in the boxing world?
Wait, say that again.
Boxing, when we start, let's say when I started football, I had goals that I set that I wanted to achieve. You're still early in your career. How far along are you in those goals that you set so far?
Well, I already messed up my first goal. But
what was your first goal?
Well, I didn't mess it up, but I mean, you know, things happen, you know. But my first goal, I wanted to go to the Olympics. That's what I wanted. That was my dream. That was my dream.
Yeah.
But I already achieved all my other dreams in boxing. I mean, shoot, I'm a 3-division champion. Like, well, what else is, you know?
Right.
Now, I mean, unify, be on pound for pound list, get all 4 belts, all that stuff. You know, that's all. You know, that's all gonna come. You know.
Right.
But I have 19 fights and I've been champion in 3 divisions. There's only one other fighter in history that did that, and that's Lomachenko.
Loma was nice.
Tell me another fighter with 3 world titles in 3 divisions with less than 20 fights, other than me and Loma.
There isn't.
Wow. You've been in the news a lot this week, Rolly. You know why you've been in the news.
I'm a little, you know, just, yeah. I don't even want to talk about it, but we're going to have to.
What is it about you that she feels that she can beat you? What is it about I mean, she's looking at it like she's like, hey, what we can fight at 165. I mean, she's 165. She said she can get down to 165. Her last fight, she was at 175. What is it about you, Rolly, that gives her the confidence that she can beat you?
I mean, she's a competitor. I mean, she has to be confident. I mean, I never heard of anyone saying, I'm going to fight this person and lose.
Right.
So, I mean.
Well, women don't normally say, you know what, I'm going to fight a woman fighter. Doesn't normally say, you know what, I'm going to fight a male champion fighter and I'm going to beat him. In judo, in karate, in MMA, it doesn't matter. Tennis player, basketball player. We don't see women. We don't see someone of the opposite sex call out someone in said profession that they're in and say, "Yeah, I can beat him."
Serena Williams did, and she lost to the ranked 200 dude.
Yes, and he beat her sister too. One beat 1-6, 1-6-2, the other 6-2, if I'm not mistaken. But she was like, you know what? I can't beat. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I can't beat a male. I just can't.
Okay, well, I'll say it like this, right? If she believes she can beat me, then she'll beat me.
Would you fight? Would you fight
women?
They got 20 million. They got a $20 million purse. Now 20 million. You ain't gonna be driving no Corolla. You ain't gonna be driving no Corolla.
I mean, I don't drive any of those anymore anyway.
Well, see, I know 20 million will go a long way, Rolly. I don't know about you, but 20 million, that seems like a lot of cheddar.
Oh man, I don't hit women. I just don't hit women. It's not even about the money. 20 million, 30 million, 100 million, bro. I wouldn't sell myself to go hit a woman.
I mean, that'll be a sanctioned fight, though, Rolly. Rolly, you in the square. You in the square. Theoretically, you don't like.
I'm telling.
She signed up for this, Rolly.
I know women sign up all the time and do stupid things, right, and all that stuff. I'm telling you, it's not in my moral compass to go hit a woman.
Yeah. Okay.
But if she believes she can beat, she can beat me, she will beat me.
Well,
all right.
Okay, so Rolly and Devin, we're looking at something around May. So we're looking at something in probably around 8 weeks from now.
Yeah, you know, I can't fight Devin now either. He's a woman.
You know he's watching this, right?
Who cares?
Hey, Rolly, you in camp already?
No, I've just been chilling. I mean, I'll go. I mean, the thing is, I'll go hit the bag and stuff like that. But like, there's training, and then there's training.
Right.
You understand what I mean? There's no.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's okay. I don't want to be at home bored because what am I gonna go do? I can only eat so many hot Cheetos and play video games.
Right.
Hold on, roll it. If you talk about fighting Devin in May, I mean, shouldn't you be like hunkering down?
I mean, shoot, I was eating some chest mix right now.
Well,
it does seem like you checking Devin.
Hey, when it comes to a fight camp, what you need 2 or 3 months. Normally, when you have
2
a fight.
days. 2 days.
Yeah, because he a gym rat though. He always in the gym.
Nah, 2 days. Honest, 2 days.
You need 2 days for Devin.
2 days.
Hold up, Ocho, go ahead, man.
He say he need 2 days. Hey, bring me in camp in them 2 days. I'll be your sparring partner.
You got a jab on you?
Yeah, I probably got the best jab in the business, like Larry Holmes.
Get over here.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Well, we hope this fight happens. We hope the Devin Haney fight happens in May. Look forward to you getting to the ring because you was very, very impressive in your last performance. You pitched the shutout. You did an unbelievable job on Ryan Garcia. I don't think anybody expected that. You did, but I don't think anybody outside of that expected that, and you did a number on him. So congratulations on that fight. And Ocho and I, Nightcap family, we're looking forward to you to getting to the square with Devin. See what's really possible.
No, of course. I mean, like I said, if it does happen, it'll be May 30th. We're just waiting on some paperwork on their end.
Okay.
I like it.
There it is. He's a welterweight champ. He's a super lightweight champ and the interim lightweight champ. He defeated Ryan Garcia by unanimous decision last year. Rolly Romero potentially has an upcoming fight May 30th against Devin Haney. Make sure you stay tuned. Check it out. Rolly, if the fight happens, come back to Nightcap and tell us what we can expect. The fireworks that's going to happen because I'm assuming it's going to be at the MGM. Let us know what's cracking.
Of course.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining us.
Catch you guys.
All right, Rolly.
Appreciate you, bro. Rolly Romero.
Hey, that was dope. Hey,
this might have been the most jam-packed boxing.
Hey, that was an enjoyable story. I mean, that was an enjoyable story. It was a little long-winded, but still, it was exciting.
Yeah.
It had some exciting parts that kept me coming back. Like, oh, well, damn.